a little bit about what clay printing is.
Okay.
What does it mean?
It's a printmaking technique, and it's monotypes, creates monotypes, so every print is different.
Right.
But if you're familiar with typical, traditional printmaking, you have ink and paper and a press. In clay printing, you don't have any of those things. You have a slab of leather hard stoneware clay.
Okay.
And this is leather hard stoneware clay that's underneath here. And you have slip, which is liquid clay made from a really white fine powdered clay, and then you make it into a liquid. And you add pure pigments to that, and I mix all my own colors.
Wow.
And then I start painting on the
So you
slab
actually
and building up layers.
paint with clay.
I paint with
And
clay.
the clay is what goes onto the print itself.
That's right.
Oh, so you brought an example of a completed one.
Yes.
That's here.
That's right.
So let's take a look at this compared to the
Okay. Well,
plate that you have there.
the first thing that might be confusing is that these two images, this is a mirror image of this.
Right.
In printmaking, you always get the mirror image. But I did this print earlier today, and then I worked back onto the plate to create a variation on this. You can see, here's the letter D backwards, and there's the letter D there, so you can see that there are those different elements. But then I peeled off that clay onto that print, I painted some more onto this print, and I will pull a print so you can see how that process works. And then after that, I'll show you how I apply color in different ways to the plate.
Excellent. So this is still damp. It's not dry.
That's correct.
Okay.
It's what we call leather hard, and as you can see, as I showed you, this is, it's clay. It's never going to be fired. It's not mushy, but it has some body to it. But if I touch it, the color does not, well, my hands are already dirty, but the color does not transfer off onto my hands now because it's not really wet.
Okay, great. Well, let's take a look at pulling a print off of that.
Okay, first I need my trusty spritz bottle. The first thing I want to do is give us clean edges on the print. Oh, there we go. So I'm masking off the edges with Builder's drywall tape. A lot of the materials and tools I use in this process are really kitchen tools, things from the hardware store. Kind of fun. I love going into hardware stores.
I bet.
It's always good stuff there. So I'm just adding this to the slab to mask it off, so I'll have nice clean edges on the print. Now I'm going to print on this fabric. It's a spun polyester, so it's not woven, but it is a fabric, and I need that.
Okay.
This is one of my main tools. I'm going to dampen that surface a little bit, and I'm going to make sure this surface stays damp. And I am gradually going to coax that top layer of clay off of the slab and transfer it onto the fabric. And unlike traditional printmaking, it takes a little bit. It's not just a one-time and it's printed. So I do a little bit of spritzing and rolling. You can see some of the color is starting to move, and it's a back and forth process.
It's not just the pigment that's coming up. It's actually a layer of clay.
Well, I went to Philadelphia to meet my first granddaughter, whose name is Sally.
Oh, very nice.
I spent 3 weeks staying there, and a friend of mine who's an artist put me in touch with an art center. And I was perusing their site looking for a workshop while I was there, and I came across the name Mitch Lyons and the thing called clay printing.
So it looks like you're done.
Just about. I make sure the whole thing is flat. Oh, squeaky. And then I use the spoon to burnish the edges to make sure I get a nice, clean, crisp edge. And then, whoops, that's coming off anyway. Voila.
And there's the print.
And there's the finished print. And again, there's that D, which, you know, we've
There we go.
oh,
So it is the mirror image.
We have the mirror image, right. And then I'll
Very
remove
nice.
these to start the next print.